Hello everyone, myself Prashant Patil. Today we will see next point or new point of subject data structure. Before starting new point, first we just recall the previous lecture points. Actually we seen user defined data type. First one is the type definition, second one enumerator, third one derived data type. Also we seen examples of array, example of structure, is how to create structure, how to access structure members, and so on. Then we seen union, definition of union, how to access union members, and just we seen one program of union. Today we will see new point. A new point is abstract data type. Abstract data type, which is called as ADT, is a type or which is called as class for objects whose behavior is defined by a set of value and a set of operations is called as abstract or abstraction, because it gives an implementation independent view. The process of providing only the essential and hiding the details is known as abstraction. For example, if you want to do addition of two numbers, any two numbers, for example the first number is 10 and the second number is 20, then what do? You just take one calculator. Okay, then as a user you can enter 10, means what do? Now here press here 10, then press symbol plus and then press 20 and then press equal to, then then you will get output. Okay, means here the calculator does not show the implementation details, means here calculator hiding total implementation details from the user, calculator showing only the results for you, which is called as abstraction. In computer science, an abstract data type, which is called as ADT, is a mathematical model for data type. An abstract data type is defined by its behavior from the point of view of a user of a data, specifically in terms of possible values, possible operations on data of this type, and the behavior of these operations. Means that this mathematical model constructs with data structure, which are concentrate representation of data and are the point of view of an implementer, not a user. Actually, the concept of abstraction is commonly found in computer science. A big program is never written as a monolithic piece of program. Instead, it is broken down in smaller modules. It may be functions. Each module is developed independently. Now here, see in the figure, the main program which is placed at level 0. Then number of functions are placed at level 1. Also number of functions are placed at level 2. Name of the figure is hierarchical organized programs. Means that the main program utilizes the services of the function appearing at level 1. Means here at level 1, which contains number of functions are there, and the function contains number of statements which are useful to main program. The main program uses the services at next level function without knowing the implementation details. Means that the main program utilizes all services of level 2 without implementation details. Means here the level of abstraction is created. Means main program is kept at level 0 and number of functions are kept at level 2. Means that main program doesn't know about level 2 functions. Means here the level of abstraction is created. Abstraction in case of data. Abstraction for primary type, which is called as integer, character, float, is provided by compiler. As you know that all the data types are already present in C library, and this data type or primitive data type is provided by a compiler. For example, we use integer data type and also perform various operations on them without knowing. For example, integer, I am going to declare three variables, integer x, y, z. Then x is equal to y plus z. Meaning of operation plus is defined by a compiler. Means that what is the meaning of plus, which already defined by a compiler. What is the meaning of minus, which is already defined by a compiler. Okay, and its implementation details remain hidden from the user. Here integer, character, real, float are inbuilt data types, and there are set of operations associated with them for the set of ADT, which is called as abstract data type. For example, ADT of integer means how to create this integer data type. ADT of integer, this is a mathematical representation which contains instance. It is a real number. Integer is a real number but not p by q ranging. Means this number will not be a p by q ranging. Means this number is not a in fraction. Then we can see here range in between plus n to minus n, and operations which are going to perform addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, etc. Abstract data type of list. Actually, list is a sequence of 0 or more element of a given type. Such as list is often represent there as a of a1, a2, a3 up to a of n. N stands for number of elements in the list, and a of I is the first element. When n is equal to 0, then the list is empty, having 0 elements. Each element other than a of 1 has a predecessor, and each element other than a of n has a successor. Now here we can see representation of list. Data type, then struct is a keyword, then list, name of the list. Then the body of structure is integer data with size 50. Means data is a name of an array with size 50. The next line is integer n. N is a variable which is called as integer type variable. After completion of body of structure, we can create here structure type variable which is called as list, and with semicolon. A list of minimum 50 integer values, and n is the actual number of elements in the list. Now we can see here set of operations on list. The first operation is that insert in bracket l, x, p. L, x, p, these are the parameters which is called as variables. Insert x means value at position p in list L. What is the meaning of function? Insert. L is a list, p is the position, and x is the original element which is going to be inserted at position p in the list L. Okay. Then second, locate. For locate in bracket x, L. This function returns the position of element x in list L. Means that this function returns actual position of element X from the list L. Next one, retrieve in bracket L comma P. This function returns the element X at position P on the list L. Means that this function returns the element which is going to be already stored in position P in the list L. Okay. The next one is delete in bracket L comma P. This function delete the element X at position P on the list L. Means here the element X which contains any one value, for example 10, this 10 value is located at position P in the list L. The next one is make null L in bracket L. This function creates an empty list. The next operation is that print list in bracket L. Print element of list L in the order of occurrences. Means here if you want to print number of elements which are present in the list by using this function print list. The next point is that operations on data structure. The first operation is that traversing. Traversing means displaying only once. A data structure is accessing each data and accessing only once and displaying the screen, which is called as traversing. The second operation is that searching. Searching is finding a location of data within a given data structure. Means in the given data structure which contains number of elements are present. Out of them only the search element is compared with all other elements, and if element is present then display element is present, which is called as searching. The next operation is that inserting. Inserting means adding a new element in the data structure at a proper position. If you want to add new element in data structure at the proper location by using which function? Inserting function. The next function is that deleting. Deleting is removing a data from a data structure at proper location. Suppose if you want to delete any value from data structure, then we can use here delete or deleting function. The next one is sorting. Sorting is arranging the data in some logical order. It may be a ascending or it may be a descending order. The next operation is that merging. Merging is the combination of two or more data structures. Means here two or more data structures are combined together, which is called as merging. The next point is that introduction to algorithm. First we will see the definition. Algorithm is a set of steps required to solve a problem, which is called as algorithm. Algorithm must have some properties. The first property is that input, second one output, third one finiteness, next one definiteness, and the last one effectiveness. The first one is input. Input data supplied externally or which is provided by the user. The second one output, the result of the program, which is called as output. Means whatever we provide the input, as per input we are getting at the end result, which is called as output. The next one is finiteness. In every case algorithm terminates after a finite number of steps. means here the algorithm must have to terminate after number of steps. Next one is definiteness. All the steps should be clear. Definiteness means should be clear. And at the end, fifth property is that effectiveness. Effectiveness is visible to convert the algorithm in computer program. Means here whatever you write algorithm, the writing algorithm is easily converted into the computer program. For example, GCD, which is called as greatest common divisor. Now see in the figure, in middle algorithm of GCD is there. Okay, at left side internally provide two numbers, first number and the second number. Algorithm takes these two numbers, also assign some algorithm properties, finiteness, definiteness, effectiveness. By using these properties, algorithm generates GCD output. Okay, for example, here value of x is equal to 15 and the value of y is equal to 9. Now see this. Now we can see here one algorithm. In step number 1, read only or read any two integer numbers. The first integer number is that x is equal to 15, x is equal to 15 and y is equal to 9. Okay, these two numbers which is provided to algorithm for GCD. After that, the second step is that divide x by y. What is the value of x? Value of x is 15 and value of y is 9, means that 15 divided by 9. Here let the remainder will be 9. 15 divided by 9, 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 18. So 9 ones are 1 is the quotient and 6 is the remainder. If r is 0, r means remainder is 0, then directly go to the printing statement. Then we will print value of y. Okay, otherwise assign y to z value, y value to z or x value, then assign r value to y. Otherwise directly go to the x divided by y. Now we can see here in table format the value of x is already taken 15, the value of y is already taken 9, means that 15 divided by 9, which is remainder is 6 and quotient will be a 1. See in step number 2. Then first check the value of r. Now here value of r means remainder, value of remainder is 6, but what we can do here, value of r will become a 0, then directly print the value of y. Okay, so now value of r is 6, then assign value of y to value of x. Now see in step number 3, value of step number 2, value of y 9 will become a value of x, then value of r become a value of y. So in step number 3, 9, 6. Okay, value of x is 9 and value of y is 6. Here x divided by y means 9 divided by 6. Okay, 9 divided by 6, the remainder is 3 and the quotient will be 1. Now again check what is the remainder. Now remainder is 0? No, now remainder is 3. So again assign the value of y to value of x, and value of r is assigned to value of y. So step number 4, 6, 3. Okay, value of x is 6 and the value of y is 3. Now x divided by y means 6 divided by 3. 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6. Now here remainder will be a 0 and quotient will be a 2. Okay, now check step number 3. In step number 3 r will be a 0. Now check step number 3, r become a 0. Then directly print the value of y. Value of y will be a 3. Okay, what is the output of this algorithm? The output is a 3, means that 3 is the greatest common divisor of value 15 and 9. Means here we can find output is 3 by using number of properties which are input, output, finiteness, definiteness and effectiveness. The next point is that flowchart. A flowchart is a visual representation of sequence of steps and decisions needed to perform a process. Each step in the sequence is noted within a diagram shape. Steps are linked by connecting lines and directional arrows, which is called as flowchart. Actually, flowchart is a type of a diagram that represents a workflow or which is called as a process. A flowchart can also be defined as a diagrammatic representation of algorithm. Actually, step-by-step approach to solve one particular task. The flowchart shows the steps as boxes of various kinds and they are ordered by connecting the boxes with arrows. This diagrammatic representation illustrates a solution model to a given problem. Flowcharts are used in analyzing, designing, documenting, or managing a process or program in various fields. Now, see in the table, the first column is that shapes. The first shape is arrow, which is called as arrow. Arrow shows the process order of operation. A line coming from one symbol and pointing to other arrowheads are added if the flow is not the standard top to bottom or left to right. The second symbol is that indicates that the beginning and ending of a program or sub process represented as a situation, which is called as oval or rounded field, rectangle. They usually contain the word start or which contains the word end or another phrase signing the start or end of process such as submit inquiry or receive product. The next one is that process represent a set of operations that changes the values from or location of data represents as a rectangle. The next one is decision, shows a condition operation that determines which one of two paths of the program with take the operation is commonly a yes or no question or true or false test represented as a diamond shape. The next one is input output, indicates the process of inputting and outputting the data as a entering data or displaying the results. That next one is on page or which is called as the connector. Pairs of labeled connectors replace long or confusing lines on a flowchart page represented by a small circle with a ladder inside. Now we can see here one flowchart algorithm. In step number 1, start. Now here we can assign 1 to 10 numbers. Okay, means 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 whatever. It will be implemented by using this algorithm. First, start. Assign value 10 to n. N is a variable. Then in step number 3, assign value 0 to variable sum, means sum is equal to 0, n is equal to 10. Now here assign value 1 to I, means here I is become a 1. In step number 4, assign variable I to x. I contains the value 1, means that x become a 1. In step number 5, if I is less than n. Now check here value of I. Value of I is 1 is less than value of n is 10, means that 1 is less than 10. Yes, condition is true. If condition is true, then directly read the step number 6. In step number 6, read the value of x. The value of x is 1. Now x is equal to 1. Then goes to the next step, assign sum plus x. As you know that already we assign sum is equal to 0, means that sum plus x to sum. 0 plus x, x is 1, 0 plus 1, 1, which is assigned to sum is equal to 1. Now here sum become a 1. The next step is assign I plus 1. I means 1, already I is assigned to 1, 1 plus 1, 2, which is called as I become a 2. Then goes to the next step. Step number 9, go to step number 4. Now see, in step number 4, assign I to x. Now already I become a 2. Okay, so value of I will assign to variable x. Now x is equal to 2. Already x is 1. Now x is equal to 2. Again check step number 5. If I is less than n. I is 2. 2 is less than 10. Yes, condition is true. If condition is true, then goes to next step. Step number 6. Then read x. Now already x become a 9. Okay. Then goes to step number 7. Assign sum plus x. As you know that already sum become a 1. 1 plus x. 1 plus x is 2. Okay. Means 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Now here sum become a 3. Okay. Then next step number 8, assign 1 I to 1. Already I has contains 2. So here I become a 3. Then go to step number 4. Means that this process continues up to if step number 5 condition is false. Okay. When step number 5 condition false, if I become a 10 and n is 10, means that if 10 less than 10 condition is false, then directly go to the step number 10 and print the value of sum. As you know that if suppose we are going to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 and plus 10, it will become a 55, means output will be a print 55. Thank you.